Hello and welcome to my miniature review of Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor.
Squid Man Rude.
Now then, before we start this review, I have something I'd like to say. I've kind of changed what I do with this miniature review. Instead of just me rambling for a little bit, it's going to be split up into 4 categories, kind of like how my old normal reviews were like if you ever watched them, which I wouldn't. Anyway, the 4 categories are going to be story, gameplay, presentation and control, and finally enjoyability. So yeah.
And also, I'll only have 1 minute to cover each category, so I better be fast.
Now let's get on with this review of Shadow of Mordor, yeah.
Now then, let's talk about the story of the game. The story of Shadow of Mordor is set between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. You're a ranger called Talion. You start the game, and you instantly get killed. Yeah, there you go, that's the end of the game, there you go, review done, yeah, let's go. However, for some strange reason, you get brought back from the dead and then you have to hunt down the Hand of Sauron to get your revenge. You also partner up with some weird ghost guy. In addition to this, there's also an orc called Ratbag the Coward, who you must protect to gain useful information on the enemy. You also meet some famous characters from the films and books, like Gollum. The story is quite good, I suppose, however it could be so much better. Just think of all the possibilities available in the Lord of the Rings world. Anyway, the story's decent, I suppose. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Now then, let's talk about the gameplay, because after all this is a game. As you can tell just by looking at the screen, the gameplay style here is very reminiscent of Assassin's Creed and also a little bit like the Batman games. The game also adds in some unique archery sections which make the game more unique, so that's all good. However, I have spotted a huge flaw of the combat system. You see, when you're in a huge group of enemies, usually it's overwhelming. However, if you just hold down the R1 button, you can grab hold of your enemies. And then you basically use that orc as a shield, and all the other orcs attack that orc. And then as soon as that orc dies, another orc will just take its place because you have the R1 button held down. And then this process just repeats itself until you're just left with 1 orc. So apart from that flaw, the gameplay is actually quite good. So I'm going to give it another 7 out of 10. Presentation and control. I mean, come on, look at this world. The presentation in this game is unbelievable, especially on the PS4. The graphics look really good, and also the controls are really fluid and easy to use. A minor nitpick is that sometimes the opening cutscene for an orc battle is actually more threatening than the orc battle itself, especially when a huge troll thing kills the orc before you even have a chance to fight it. Bear in mind that I think this game is really good, but I'm just pointing out some minor issues I had with it. But anyway, presentation and control, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Finally, let's talk about enjoyability. I know I've pointed out a few flaws in this game, but I absolutely love this game and it is pretty much a perfect buy. One thing I've failed to mention before now is the absolutely amazing nemesis system used in the game. Basically, you have to work your way up through the orcs hierarchy to try and get to the Hand of Sauron. And if you get killed by an orc, or you let an orc escape, they remember you. This means that when you fight an orc that you've already fought before, they may know some of your attacks and you might have to adapt some new tactics. So overall, this game is a must-buy, especially for Lord of the Rings fans. And if you enjoyed the Assassin's Creed series, you may as well give this a try as well. So anyway, enjoyability, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. So it looks like we've run out of time. So story got 7 out of 10, gameplay 7 out of 10, presentation and control 8 out of 10, and enjoyability 9 out of 10. If you enjoyed this video, then why not check out these 2 videos on the screen right now. On the left, it's my Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone review, and on the right, it's my top 10 betrayals in video games. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and